Whoa, 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 whoa. Looking a little different, huh? I guess I haven't been on camera for a little while, so it'll be all right. We're gonna be starting momentarily, as the ratings start to increase and everybody start getting notified. Um, Not so long ago, I was like a really quick story. Not so long ago, I was like, you know what? There's a piece that I'm missing, and so on when it comes to the force. And I don't know where. It's really by coincidence. I started where everything actually began, and in which was actually here in St. Cloud, Minnesota. So that's actually pretty interesting how when you think that you're gonna miss a step, you actually tend to return to that step, even if you didn't plan. It's like a sign, man. But anywho, first thing first, Brian Mills, nice to see you, my brother. My beautiful wife and the next First Lady of the United States, Christine Diaz. Hi, baby. I love you, honey. John Tom, nice to see you. Great one. Hi, everybody. This is 2020 presidential candidate, Mr. Dennis Diaz. And we are here live in beautiful St. Cloud, Minnesota. It's been a while that I actually don't get to be in St. Cloud. It's a beautiful, beautiful state. Minnesota is amazing. Also, I'm the commander-in-chief of the Diaz Task Force, a task force that rescues men, women, and children from human and sex trafficking. And today, we are actually gonna be doing just that. I know there's been a lot of women that have been getting captured. Also, I know that there's a process when it comes to trafficking, whether it's human trafficking or anything else that people go through. And there's a lot of women right now, grown women, that are actually in this process, and they actually are slaves, but they actually accepted it as their current reality. So they tend to be like horses. Horses, when you tame them, you actually have you ever seen the Wild Wild West movies when you actually are in the cowboys and the cowgirls come in the horse to the saloon, then from there they just type a rope to the pole, and that's it. Well, the horse knows it can escape at any time, but they've been so tamed that they don't escape, they just sit there. And that's one of the problems, and that's what doesn't get reported. The fact that they get tamed, so they just sit there. They take it as their own reality, and that's what happens. That's why, as the commander in chief of the Diaz Task Force, a task force that rescue men, women, and children from human and sex trafficking, it's really important that I give you the right information, especially since I know that people share my videos and so on a lot. All we need to do is to reach the right person that is going to be able to watch this video, and it's going to help them a lot. And I'm not doing this, of course, for publicity and the whole 9 yards. I really don't care about it. What I'm doing is to save your life, because your life is extremely valuable. You're worth a lot more than you think. Now, when it comes to we're gonna focus as of now on especially women. It does happen to men as well, just to be clear. But women, for some reason, seem to be the easiest prey. Another thing is, I do not care about your feelings. I give no fucks about your feelings. As a commander in chief or somebody that deals with this shit every day, I'm gonna give you everything raw, whether you like it or not. My job is to save your life. It's not to care about your feelings. So if you think I'm too rough or I'm too direct, I really don't care. At the end of the day, the biggest thing is to be able to save your life. That's the biggest thing. And I'm not gonna be able to do that by being weak and care about your feelings. I'm here to get the job done. And that's what I do. So, really quick, Don, nice to see you, great one. And Ruth, silly noise, nice to see you, sweetheart. All right, so first thing first, women do get tame very often, and a lot of times it's by they use love. I should have named this love don't come with a punch to the face, but at the same time I put the how to's and so on in the description to make it more valuable instead of just marketable. There's a big difference between the two. So, anyways, one of the first things that people tend to do is to physically tame, especially women, is physical force. That's one of the fastest way to actually tame a woman. Cause well, when you get hit, shit hurt. When you get tortured, shit hurt. So they are more than likely to do whatever the capturer want, whatever the master wants to be able to not get hurt anymore. It's common freaking sense and human nature. Nobody want to get hit. Nobody want to get freaking whipped 24/7 and the whole nine yards, tortured 24/7 and the whole nine yards. So they tend to do whatever it takes for that not to happen to them. Another thing is mentally. That's when the certain person, the master, start talking to them as garbage, as trash. You're not good enough. You're lucky to be here. Nobody cares about you. And the whole nine yards. And I'm gonna tell you right now, as a Marine combat veteran, that means not a one of me, somebody that went to war. The battle is 90% mentally and only 10% physically. That's why I love training women, especially when they first start. Because the thing is, they tend to think, oh, I'm not strong enough. That's a big guy. How am I going to take him to the ground and so on? But I got special exercises that I do with them to teach them that they actually can. And when they take that big freaking diesel bomb guy looking like a wrestler and they throw him up in the air and to the floor, they're like, oh my God, I just did that. Can we do that again? That was fun. And so on. Combat, war. You want to win a battle? It's 90% mentally and only 10% physically. So they tend to use your mind a lot more because they know that it's a lot easier and you are gonna get tamed like the horse in the saloon. So it works. Also, capturers know that they need to be able to trust you a little bit more. And what I mean to trust, confine, they gotta keep you in a confined place, but they cannot be in the same place at the same time. So they need to be able to actually give you a little bit of slack and so on. So for the longer they are able to keep you, the tiny little bits of slack they're gonna actually be able to give you. And it gets to the point once as a kidnapper you do a really good job that you know they're not going anywhere. If not, you can turn them into the dark side. Another thing is blackmailing. Blackmailing is so big. The thing is that everybody, male, females, they all got a price. They all got I don't care who you are, you got a price. You will do something, doesn't matter what it is, for a certain price. And it doesn't has to be money. Most of the rescues that happen really happen with blackmailing. And that is, for example, the kidnapper takes you, right? And they take naked pictures of you. They take pictures of torturing you and the whole nine yards. They might even be really smart and use social media to get your children's naked pictures. Have them go ahead and have them go ahead and take pictures of them, think that they are their boyfriend and whatnot. And you see this all the time. Hey, can you send me nudes? And so on and so on. So the fact of the matter is, they take those pictures and then they blackmail you. And listen, if you don't give me whatever the hell I want, or you don't do whatever the hell I want, I'm going to take these pictures and I'm going to put them on Facebook. I'm going to put them on Google. I'm going to take these pictures and I'm going to blast it in your children's bulletin board. A lot of times that's good enough to make almost anybody do whatever the hell they want. You don't even gotta hate them. And that's a fact. Especially with women. A lot of women will do anything they can, especially for their children. So, hi Harry, how you doing, buddy? So, another thing is, they tend to threat them. And that will be is, do whatever I say. Oh, I'm gonna hurt you, brother. Do whatever the hell I want you to do. I am your master. That's what a capture is to the kidnap, the person that got kidnapped, the victim or whatnot. They become their masters. So, if you don't do what I say, I'm gonna hurt this person. If you don't do what I say, so on and so on and so on. You guys get to see that a lot. So it becomes to the point that actually they get tamed. Just like I said before, for everybody that's coming in, welcome, great ones. By the way, my brother Rupert Delgado, he's actually one of my brothers. We went to war together, and it was a pleasure to be on his side in battle. I love you, bro. I love you, bro. And yes, Diaz 2020. You better believe it. So, hey, Carmela, nice to see you, great one. So, it's really important that, especially with the woman that are already tamed like a horse in the saloon, that we break them out of that. It's really important that we actually do that, because if we don't, guess what? A lot of times they're actually gonna become the lures. So it's really important that we do all part. And by the way, if you're here and you think that the information as of right now is really valuable, by all means, share it with your friends, share it with your families and the whole nine yards, because I'm going to be giving you a lot of valuable information that is going to be able to save your life or save somebody else's life, especially with the people that are kidnapped right now. And today's topic is going to be directly to women. Later on tonight, I'm going to do another one with children. So stay tuned. All right. So another thing is, I got everything little keynote, so I remembered everything. I need my legal pad, man. When with these women, if they've been here long enough, if they've been tamed for long enough, they start to accept that as their reality. And when they do that, they just lost the battle. When you accept, especially if you are kidnapped, and you accept the fact that you're not gonna be able to do anything about the situation, that you better off to just be in that horrible situation. If you are better off staying there, you lost the battle. And I want you to understand this. I want you to understand, if that is at the place that you are today. And also that goes with relationships too. It's not only with kidnappers. How many women out there are in a relationship right now that they're getting beaten, that they're getting abused, and they think that that's okay? Listen, no. The fact of the matter is that is not okay. That is not right. That's not how a relationship should be. You are, especially as a woman, you are the most beautiful thing on earth. You are very powerful. You are very strong. Who else can deliver a baby? Not man. You keep that shit over there. Great job. A pat on the back. So you guys are a lot stronger than you think. And if you think right now that you need to stay in that relationship, that you're getting abused mentally, physically, you need to get out of there. Understand that you are stronger than this and you deserve a lot better. Everything comes with time. Nothing's gonna happen out of nowhere, out of the blue. This is not Disney World where Prince Charming is gonna come out of nowhere. But the first step that you need to do is you need to get out of that situation. Understand that that reality that you are living right now is not your final destination. And you need to break away as the wonderful, beautiful woman that you are, a strong woman that you are, so you can start living a much better life. Because that's not where you're supposed to die. That's not where it ends. But I need you to be 90% mental and 10% physical and get out of there. Make your plan to escape out of that relationship. Make your plan to escape out of that situation. Uh, Even if you are kidnapped, in the Marine Corps, we say, if captured, I will tend, I'm gonna try, I'm gonna do everything possible to escape. I'm gonna aid others to escape. The fact of the matter is, if you're in that situation and you escape, you're gonna have a story to tell. And you're gonna be able to save a lot of lives. You're gonna be a superhero. You're gonna be better than Wonder Woman. Because a lot of people need to hear your story. They need to see that somebody was in that position and they actually escaped. You can save lives, but as of right now, as a beautiful, strong woman that you are, I need you to get out of those mental shackles and get out of there. Because you are worth a lot more than you think. Like I keep saying, if you want to win a battle, to win a battle is 90% mental, just 10% physical. Now, so what a lot of people ask me is, okay, so that's all good and gravy, but if I get captured, what should I do, man? What should I do? Well, it's really important that we do actually a couple things. And that's what we're gonna go through right now. Now, let's say number one, and let's just quickly stop right there. Let me tell you a couple things. One, do not be a retard and park between two vans or two big SUVs. Number one, especially on Christmas, bro. Like, listen, you guys been noticing a lot of Amber Alerts, a lot of Silver Alerts, a lot of kidnappings. It's freaking Christmas. So pay attention. This is prime time, baby. This is how we meet the quota. This is how we make the money, honey. By especially kidnapping your kids. Most parents are not paying attention to the damn fucking children. They're paying a lot more attention what the hell they gotta buy. And that's the problem with most of these cases. They're not paying attention to the children and they get captured at fucking Walmart. You don't see that on the news. They call the task force for that. So pay attention to your children while you're going shopping. No gift is more important than your children. That is the gift. Remember that. So, now that I actually said that, step one. Okay, but Diaz, if let's say that I'm in the process to get captured. All right, first thing first. If especially on the first couple of seconds, the first 30 seconds, let's say, that's the time that you need to assess the situation. If you can escape in the first 30 seconds, freaking do it. But the first you gotta do, as soon as somebody try to do this, or try to choke you, trying to grab you up, the first thing you gotta do is scream like a motherfucker. And don't be like, no, this is not a fucking porn. Scream like a motherfucker, scream. Boom, 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 boom. Do whatever you can to get out of that situation. The fact of the matter is, if you don't get out of there within the first 30 seconds, chances are you're not gonna get out of there alive. So that's the time you're getting shot, they're trying to strangle you, to your mouth. Bite, run, kick, punch, violate. Do whatever you can in those 30 seconds to go ahead and get the job done. Try to escape. People in general, when it comes to crowds, and I'm the type of person that speaks to 5, 10, 100,000 people at a time. Crowds tend to be more like cattle, like sheep. But in that cattle, you're gonna see lions. And there's a lot of people out there that if they notice that you're getting captured, at least they're gonna try to help you. If I see a woman screaming, biting, and whatever the case is, especially, you know how many combat veterans we got that are trained specifically for this? If we see somebody screaming like that and so on, we run into whatever the hell is going on. And trust me, it's not going to be pretty for them. But you need to do your part. You cannot be shy, especially on this type of situation. You cannot freaking be shy at all. If anything, you gotta make as much attention, scream to the top of your lungs, and do whatever it takes. Once they got you, they're trying to hold your breath so they can drag you. So it's really important that you start kicking, punching, killing. Fuck crying. You don't got time for that right now. It's 30 fucking seconds you got until they put you into the van, into the car. And by the way, right now they are using little Toyotas and the whole 9 yards to keep the profile low. Because everybody knows that where it's out there, if you see a cargo van or a 15 passenger van, chances are that's not usually a good sign, especially if you park in between them. Don't be a retard. Don't do that. So really important. The first thing you do is you bite, you yell, you scream, you draw as much attention as you can to be able to get that. This is not the time to get shy. Trust and believe this is not the time. You don't make that happen in the next 30 seconds, chances are you're gonna fucking die. The next step is, okay, hold on, give me 1 second. All right. The next step is make sure that you stay mentally strong. Even as a combat veteran, there's something called the fog of war. And that's when you got bullets coming in and bombs going, mortar rounds, and the whole 9 yards. You tend to like zone in and so on. Everything actually becomes slower. Especially with women, and I love women. No disrespect to my beautiful wife. Everybody know who she is. And the whole 9 yards. I love women. Women are a beautiful thing. They're a gift. But this is no time to start crying or to hyperventilate. Oh my God. None of that. I need you guys, in the case that you actually get kidnapped and you wasn't able to scream or anything, I need you 90% mentally strong, okay? You need to assess the situation, see what's going on. Do they got you in the trunk of a car? You know how most newer car got that little thing that you can pull out and the truck opens? You wouldn't know that if you are hyperventilating and losing your head. I need you guys, just like a United States Marine going into battle, I need you guys focused. Because your life is a lot more important, don't you think? So it's really important that you stay focused on what's going on. If your eye, and chances are it's common freaking sense, your eyes are gonna be covered. Now, if you are covered, guess what? You know why blind people are so great with directions and everything else? One of the reasons is because they use all the other senses. So, especially if your eyes are covered, try to think about the route that the vehicle is taking. Are you in the trunk? Are you in the back of the car? Are you tied up? Or do they just got blindfolds on you? Another thing is how fast the vehicle is traveling. Is the vehicle taking a left here? Is it taking it right there? Can you hear sirens? Can you hear anything out of the ordinary? Or anything that you gonna know, give or take? Where are your whereabouts? That's why 90% mental. So I need you guys, especially you beautiful ladies, to actually stay strong. Don't hyperventilate. This is not the end of the world, okay? It's truly not. I'm helping you here. I want to help you. I will give my life for you, and actions speak louder than words. So it's really important that you guys use your senses to actually make sure that you stay on point. Know the vehicle, the route that the vehicle is taking. Where is it going? What is it doing? How fast is traveling? Because later on, chances are that you might actually be able to get that information to somebody else so they can come out and help you get rescued. Or it might help, that information might help you to escape. But you are not going to know that unless you are focused. So I need you guys to stay focused in the case of a kidnapping. Also, hold on a second. Remember as much information as possible. That's another reason that you cannot be going crazy, especially on the route to wherever that your kidnapper is gonna take you. Remember the route and try to remember on those steps as much information as possible. Was a one man grabbing you and taking you away, or was a four man trying to grab your legs, your arms, and throw you in the back of the truck, or whatever the case is? Was a could you see, maybe you scratched them in the face, was able to take a mask off and see their face? Is their silhouette big, heavy motherfuckers, or are they little puny little things? The most information, the most valuable information that you're gonna know is in that little time frame. And that's when your mind is actually gonna be working a lot more. So that is the time that you want to remember this stuff and actually analyze and remember the most details that you can. So that way later on you can actually use that, especially for people like me that we want to rescue you. That's what we want to do. So use senses a lot. Now, another thing is, like I stated before, work hard to stay positive, especially during those circumstances. Don't start to think a battle, you win a battle 90% mentally and 10% physically. So it's really important that you stay positive in your head. I know somebody just kidnapped you. I know that things are crazy right now. I know that you are thinking about your kids and everything else, what they're gonna do to you and so on. But it's really important that you stay positive on those type of situations. Because the thing is, if you start thinking of stuff that hasn't happened yet, you never know. You could be right, you could be wrong. But then you're gonna, I always say, I learned this from Tony Robbins, where attention goes, energy flows. So if you start thinking about, oh my God, that must be the police department. If you start thinking, oh my God, I got kidnapped and the whole nine yards, guess what? Your mind automatically is gonna be thinking about that. So I need you, in case you got kidnapped, especially on the ride, I need you to always stay positive. Always think that, yes, I'm going to get out of here. Yes, this is the route that the car is taking. Yes, I remember that it was three men, that one was holding me. The guy that was holding me was about this big, about this tall. I can't say like he waited like this much. I remember the lure was a female, and so on and so on. That's why you need to keep your brain going. Keep it going, baby. Keep it going. And remember all this valuable information. Trust me, it can save your life. The next step is, don't threaten your captors, remain current. Oh, you don't know who I am? Oh, you just messed up, man. Oh, you messed up. You seen that even in the movies? Oh, you just messed up. Oh, I'm gonna have the FBI come at you. Oh, I know a lot of people, man. I know a lot of people, okay? So say good night to the bad guy. And so on and so on. You don't want to do that. You don't know what the captures captured you for in the first place just yet. Don't try to make the situation worse for yourself. You don't want to do that. Then that would be fucking stupid. Instead, stay calm, remain calm. Keep using everything. If they ask you to do something, be cooperative. Actually cooperate with your captors. And I know it sounds crazy, but the less militant you are, the less aggressive you are, chances are they're gonna be the less aggressive towards you, because you cooperating. If I have somebody cooperating, that doesn't mean that I need to start hitting them, punching them, torturing them, and so on. Because it's cooperating. It's making my job easier. Especially as a kidnapper, they know they're gonna get busted eventually. So don't make it harder on them. It's gonna make sense. It goes to a frame, okay? Now, the next step is don't show any signs of aggression. Oh, fuck you, asshole! And so on and so on. If you know that you can escape, by all means, hey, Stone Cold! What is Stone Cold Stunner? Boom! But the fact of the matter is, especially in that type of situation, and if you got more people, not just the one, and you don't want to be that bitch, don't show signs of aggression. I'm gonna take you here. Oh, okay. So on and so on. Like, wait a minute, what? So, I'll go to Marith. Also, start thinking on those moments about your action plan. How are you planning to escape? Even during the ride, and when you get to the physical place they're gonna keep you at. Think about your action plan. Well, I know there's three men that got me here, and so on, and someone know the route. I think I'm about 10 miles, 15 miles, 20 miles from where I was. So chances are I can so on and so on. Keep your mind flowing, baby. Keep it flowing. Start thinking about the action plan. You're not going to go and start being Rambo. I'm going to stab you with a pen and take you out, man. But you want to start thinking about that type of stuff, because later on, everything's going to come into play. And that's what you're doing. You're letting and absorbing everything up. So later on, you got a really good plan to escape. And you need to escape. Now, also, think about why you got kidnapped. A lot of times, all you need to do is ask. All you need to do is ask. That's why. The less militant you are towards them, the less aggressive. A lot of times, you can get information from this. Why are you doing this? So on and so on. A lot of times they'll tell you straight out. They will tell you, we're doing this because we want $2,000 for you, and so on and so on. Okay, so I got captured for money. If I know that I captured because they want money for me, so that means that they need to keep me alive. Because if I were to die, then me as their product, it will be garbage. So therefore, they're gonna keep me alive. See what I mean? Know why they capture you for. Now, if they capture you for political reason, because you are, I'm not gonna go that route. I'll take a different route for this perspective. If they capture you for political reason, oh, I hate them freaking Americans. Them Americans are the worst. I hate America. Americans need to die. They are them people with their donuts. Donuts are not delicious. You know I'm playing, but the fact of the matter is, if you got captured for a political reason, chances are they're gonna kill you. Probably put it on WikiLeaks as well. So therefore, your time is kind of running out. You might want to be a little more aggressive on the action plan, but you're truly not gonna know all this unless you physically start asking questions, become a friend for them. Also, establish a connection with the kidnappers. And what that means is try to be a friend. Now, when you try to be a friend, for all my people in sales, you know how you got 30 seconds to make a friend and so on in sales? The fact of the matter is, you do want to make a friend with your kidnapper. Let them see that you are a regular human being, a regular person. But don't make it as persuasion. You don't want to do that. You don't want to do that just yet. Because the thing is, if you make it into you're gonna persuade them, and they feel that you are trying to persuade them, then they're gonna get back to aggressive. So just make a friend with them. Talk to them. Talk as much, even if you don't think they're listening. Of course they're listening. Just talk a lot, but don't talk about if they are you got kidnapped because of political reasons. Don't talk about fucking politics. What sense is gonna do? You want to make matters worse? Talk about something else. Talk about your family. Talk about your beautiful family. Chances are they got family too. Talk about those type of stuff. Become a friend. Let them see you as a family person. Let you see you as the human being that they just kidnapped, and so on and so on. It's gonna help you a lot more. You want to build that connection. That connection is gonna help you a lot for later on. They might even release you. And that actually happened to a general when he was a POW. That's how I learned that. I actually learned that in the Marines. So always talk to them and the whole nine yards. Now, don't manipulate your captors, the masters. Don't manipulate them. Don't blow a fuse. You fucking assholes! Don't blow a fuse to your kidnappers. Don't piss them off. Be cool. Think 90% mental. Stay strong. Okay? You want to give them that sense of human being. You don't want to piss them off so they can have even more fun with you. At the end of the day, you are a piece of meat. You are nothing. You either money that they're gonna get from you, or they're gonna kill you anyways. So therefore, use you for sex trafficking, and so on and so on. So it's really important that when it comes to your captors, you don't you don't blow a fuse at them, you don't threaten them, don't piss them off, and don't beg, oh please, please, my lord, my Servio, please, and so on and so on. Seem like more of a human being. It's gonna help you a lot more. Connection. Let me take Sandy for example. No disrespect to you, my sister. I love you like the sister that you are, and the fellow great one that you are. If I were to capture Sandy, and Sandy is made a good connection with me and so on, it's gonna be harder on me to hurt her. If my brother Mike, let's say, and Mike, don't freaking, you know exactly what I mean, bro. Much love, my boy. I love you, bro. But the fact of the matter is, if I capture Mike, guess what? He's a family man and the whole nine yards. It's gonna be harder on me to hurt Mike or hurt Sandy, because guess what? We got that connection, or we feel that we got that connection, so it becomes harder. Have you ever spanked your kids and then felt bad because you spanked them? Goes to motive. Now, make sure that you look again as non-threatening as possible. Be that little bitch. And I don't mean that by being a bitch. I mean that exactly by being non-threatening Oh, I want you to do this. Okay. Oh, you're blah blah blah. Okay. I sit here. Okay. No problem. Okay. See what I mean? Be non-threatening. Now, become. This is the part that you play psychiatrist and psychologist too. And the reason for that is kidnappers. They kidnapped you for a reason. There's a reason that you're being kidnapped. It's not out of nowhere. Oh, I feel like kidnapping somebody today. You know what I mean? So it's really important that you become an attentive listener. Listen to them. Listen to their why. Listen to their whatever the hell they want to say. If one of them want to disclose they're gay, yeah, okay, great. Why you're a gay? Okay, whatever, and so on. Be careful on the stuff that you want to agree on with them. It might make things a lot worse on your end. So shut the fuck up. Listen. Ask questions and shut the fuck up. Your opinion does not matter. Fuck your opinions, okay? This is you got kidnapped. Fuck your opinions. Just listen. If you ask a question, shut the fuck up. Listen to what they have to say. Talk to them. Let them talk more. The more they talk, the more you are an active listening to what they're saying, the more expression and the more emotion you capture is going to have with you just because you are listening to them. On a hostage situation, let's say that we send out the SWAT team and so on. And according to that mission, we cannot go and, I'm not SWAT, I don't work in the police department. But the thing is, if let's say that there's a standoff, have you noticed that a lot of times they don't send the mans with guns and so on? They send somebody unharmed to actually talk to the person. And a lot of times, no shootings happen just because somebody actually listened to what the fuck they had to say. So become a listener to your captor. Somebody kidnapped you, listen to them. Ask them questions. Be non-combatant. This is not the time to be Rambo. You get in that situation analyzed and you getting as much information as you can and so on. Now, also, when you are talking to your kidnappers, also when you listen to them, act like everything they have to say is freaking important to the fullest. Like, get in the zone with them. Put 1,000% attention to what they're saying. Nothing else in the world matters besides whatever the hell they're saying. It's really important that they make you feel and you make them feel like everything they have to say is really important. Because not only you're going to be building that bond, but at the same time, you obtaining information and so on. It's really important. And depending on the industry and the reason that they actually kidnapped you, a lot of times they really don't want to hurt you. A lot of times they want their bond. And let's say that I'm gonna sell somebody for $5,000. A lot of times I just want the $5,000 and fuck you, get out of here. You know what I mean? So it's really important. And disclosure to the FBI and so on. You know exactly what I'm doing. No, I'm not a kidnapper, but I'll meet you in the integrating room any day, anytime. I do this because everybody's lives actually does matter. So, also, feel relaxed. Compassion, have them feel relaxed, compassionate about you. And make sure that you are just chill when it comes to a kidnapping. Like you got kidnapped, okay? So this is not the time to play Rambo. I cannot stress that enough. Start thinking, get to know. It's like going on a date with your kidnapper. The only thing is, it can probably save your life. Also, you want to get as much vital information as you can. All the information that you can, where they kidnap you, Who is their boss? I mean, let's say that this is for directly goes with human trafficking or sex trafficking. Who is the boss? If a gang kidnapped you, the gang is not in charge. There is a boss. The boss sent the gang to kidnap you probably for $250 so they can sell you to somebody else or whatever the case is. You want that information. You want to know who is their boss or what's going on. So the more you listen and the more you ask and shut the fuck up, listen, it's gonna help you a lot more. All this information you never know. When you actually do escape, maybe you can turn that information to the FBI and you're gonna be so knowledgeable and have so much information that not only you save your life, but the FBI now can say, aha, I got, that's what we needed. Thank you. And you can save 1,000 more lives. Most of the time, this is not the first time they capture somebody, you understand? So the fact of the matter is, you want to have as much information. There's other people that you can actually help after you're safe. Always try to escape and aid others to escape. So another thing is, stay physically and mentally active. Solve math problems in your brain and plan your escape route in your brain. What they got you tied up and you're not doing anything. Keep your brain going. Don't let your brain deterred towards, oh my God, what's gonna happen? I'm sorry. Oh, what are my kids doing? You don't want to think like that. So keep your brain active, thinking on positive thoughts. Make a mental friend. I forgot. Just make a friend somewhere, and freaking talk to that mental friend and so on. You know what I mean? Keep your brain active, stay physical, stay strong. You gotta stay strong in this situation. This situation, the weak dies. Also, when I was doing a lot of this comes actually by experience and research to validate the experience and so on at the same time. Another thing that I'm gonna tell you is that it's really important that you eat whenever you get the chance to eat. Kidnappers want to keep you alive for a certain amount of time. You understand? So if I kidnapped you, let's say, I gotta make sure that I give you a little bit of water, a little bit of food to keep you alive. You understand where I'm going with this? But the thing is, in that type of situation, the person that got kidnapped, a lot of times, you don't want to eat. You don't want to drink. Listen, you got kidnapped. You got a whole bunch of mean men probably hitting you, raping you, and the whole 9 yards. The last thing that you're thinking about is fucking eating. I understand, but it's really important that you push your body to eat. If they give you food, eat that food. The whole fucking thing, eat it. They give you water to drink, drink. It's really important because you're gonna need all that energy in you. You don't know when you're gonna escape. You don't know when your possibility to escape is gonna come. So therefore, you wanna make sure that you are ready for this. And if you're weak, you haven't eaten for days, you're dehydrated, you start running like a motherfucker. I'm making it, and you pass out because you're dehydrated. It's not gonna help you any. Always eat whatever they give you. Always drink. That way, you got your body, you don't become weaker. You're gonna lose a lot of weight doing this shit. A lot of weight. You want to regain all those nutrients, whatever you can get. You want to stay hydrated. You want to eat. Also, let them know that you gotta use the bathroom. Try not to piss your pants and shit your pants as much as you can. Because the thing is, some kidnapper will say stand in the wall and that's it. Pee your pants and shit your pants and so on. But a lot of people are not truly like that. So the thing is that you want to use the bathroom as well to take care of your duties. But the fact of the matter is, don't try to piss your pants or shit your pants. Always try to ask to use the bathroom and so on, or whatever directions they give you. The reason for that is I had shit in my pants and pissed my pants before. Um, so the reason for that is that piss and shit it create rashes and it's like acid, so it can create rashes. It can also create create a worse situation for you by getting like infected, and whatever the case is, those places are not hygienic. You're not going. They're not gonna kidnap you in a hospital. Take you to a hospital, kidnap. So it's really important that you don't do anything that is gonna make matters worse to your health. Your health during these type of situations is really important. So try not to piss your pants. Try not to shit your pants. Try to use the bathroom or whatever the directions they have for them to have you use the bathroom. Try not to do it in your body or whatnot because you can create infection. You can get really sick and so on, and that's gonna make matters worse for you, and sometimes even to the kidnapper. So try remember that, okay? Hopefully this information will not help you in any way for the rest of your life. Trust me on this. But if it were to happen, at least you're gonna remember this when it counts. Um, let's see. Also, if there's other people that got kidnapped as well, talk to them. If we are prisoners of war, we're gonna try to talk to each other as much as we can. So as a kidnapper, you are a prisoner. You're there. You ain't going nowhere. At times they have you in separate rooms because they don't want you to communicate with each other. But if you get the opportunity to communicate with somebody, guess what? Communicate. Talk to them. Talk. If you got somebody else that got captured, talk to them. Maybe you guys can plan your escape route together or help each other to escape. Maybe you guys can share information so you can come up with a much better plan or much better details and so on. That's gonna help you a lot more. So if you got captured with somebody else, use that information. Talk to them. I don't care who it is, talk to them. It can help you a lot more than you think. And trust me, having experience as a Marine combat veteran, you want to do this as much as you can. Um, if I was your kidnapper, of course, I'm gonna tell you, shut up, be quiet, and so on and so on. Trying to whisper, find a way, and so on. Don't piss up your kidnappers, but find a way. Trust me. Now it's easy because you have the comfort behind your cell phone or computer. But the fact of the matter is, if you were in this situation, guess what? Everything will come into play. It's a lot different when you're seeing it on a Facebook Live than when it's actually happening to you, right? Now, you also cannot be naive. You know how I talk about stay positive, stay positive, stay positive? At the same time, you cannot be naive, and you need to be able to recognize when, like, listen, it's time for you to get the fuck out of here. It's time for you to escape. And there's certain signs that it's gonna help you, like, understand that, wait a minute, things are changing a little bit more now. I'm not that comfortable anymore, and I think shit is about to happen. And later on, I'm gonna give you the dark side of this, and it's not fun. So you gotta recognize when is your time. Like, listen, it's either go now or die here. Now, some of those signs are gonna be number one. They started treating you at first a lot compassionately or a lot better, and now they're treating you a lot more brutal. They're hitting you, they're being nasty to you, they're kicking you, they're raping you a lot more often, and they torturing you and so on. You might want to start like, hey, not today, Bobby, not today. Also, if they start feeding you, that means your value just dropped. You're about to die. If you know that you're getting fed 3 meals a day around what times you get fed, and you don't see those meals coming, if they already a meal is already like 3 hours late, nothing come, it's already nighttime, and nobody have fed you yet. It's like kinda strange more. The scenery is gonna change you. Maybe that's the time that you want to get the fuck out of there or you're gonna die. Another thing is, if they stop, listen, I don't care who you are. They got the mask, right? They got the mask. They got the mask. If they stop, when they get too comfortable and they take that mask off, and now they talk to you or they do whatever they want, and they're not even wearing the mask anymore, guess what? If you don't escape, you're gonna fucking die. They're not getting comfortable because they want to share with you because you became such of a friend that they want to invite you to the Christmas party. They're not comfortable because they know it's your time to go. It's your time to go. So therefore, that is the time. If you kidnap her by now, they're not feeding you. Freaking, they're talking to you with the mask off, and why not? Listen, or they start hitting you without the mask, and so on. Listen, they're gonna fucking kill you. You understand? You need to do take whatever opportunities you got now. Remember all that planning, all that mental stress, all that mental strength, and so on. Now is the time that you use your 90% mental and your 10% physical, and you better do something. If not, you're gonna fucking die right then and there. Another thing is, if you see them get more scared, more aggravated for any reason, you know they building that emotion in to kill you, because they, as human, you really don't want to kill another human being. It's not truly in our nature. You need this. Even me that killed people before, I'm gonna tell you right now. Yeah, of course I killed people before. The fact of the matter is, there's a certain emotion that you gotta build to get that strength to actually kill somebody, to actually torture somebody. So, if they start being a lot more aggressive, they seem to be a lot more aggravated. They're building that emotion up. They're getting that momentum up. They're getting that adrenaline in to fucking kill you. Escape. Another thing is, if you notice that they release all the people that were kidnapped, freaking, and you are there by yourself, if they actually let's say that they kidnap 2 people or even 3 people, whatever the case is, and they release you, but you're it, guess what? It's your time, darling. Or they might think of you as the human shield. So, this is when you actually see that type of stuff, you need to take any opportunity you have to escape, to run away, get the fuck out of there. And I mean, get the fuck out of there. Fight. Use a pen. Buy. Fight. Look for open door. Whatever it takes. Don't be a blind. Like in relative to the movies, like Scary Movie and so on, and just be like, no, this is not a movie, okay? Your life is about to end. You don't want to be playing around. Freaking find any way to escape. Also, you need to grab any opportunity you see. Even if your plan is not going like you wanted it, there's commit to it. Commit to the escape. You have to commit to the escape. You need to escape. So therefore, freaking whatever it's gonna take to get out of there. That's exactly where you're going. Getting the hell out of there. So therefore, even if your plan is not working, you're gonna make your plan as you go along. In combat, yes, we got precise missions and so on. But we know that in order to accomplish the mission, it might take A, B, C, and D. But maybe A, D is not working like it's supposed to, and it didn't go as planned. Does that mean that we're gonna quit? Or like, oh my God, what do I do now? The plan is not working. A United States Marine? No. We're gonna find a different way. And we're gonna make it happen. This is the time that you make it happen. Don't worry about your plan. Try to execute your plan as much as you can. You've been planning for this, but the fact of the matter is, it's any opportunity you can get out of it. Get out, because you're gonna die. Get out. Get out. You know what I mean? Also, if you hear sirens, if you hear the task force and the whole 9 yards, it's really important that don't get in the fucking way. And this is what I mean. I think I got enough battery. I'm gonna take this out of the charger. Give me 1 second, great ones. 70%, we'll be fine. The thing is, when people like the DS Task Force come in, the FBI come in, or anybody else, yeah, we might have an idea or even a picture. A lot of times out there pictures and so on. But you don't. Chances are there will be a firefight, and we don't know who's good and who's bad. So everybody's going down in that house, unless we can physically, positively ID you. We don't know who is going. The last thing that you want, especially with kidnappers, you know that they're gonna fight back one way or another, whether it's hand-to-hand combat or boom, boom, boom. So you don't want to be in the way between the two fights. Let the force, let the police department, let the FBI do their job. What you need to do, if you are getting rescued, is not running in the middle. We don't want you running in the middle when you can die and the mission failed. We're there to rescue you, asshole. So just fucking hide. Hide. That's exactly what we want you to do. If you are being rescued and we are in the point that we are raiding the place, hide like a motherfucker. Go on a bathtub, under a bed, freaking, I don't care what you do, and hide. Because while we are in that firefight or we are in that hand combat, the last thing that we want to do is, as the good guys, we don't want to hurt you. We are there to rescue you. It makes no sense to hurt you. So you need to hide so we can find you. I know it sounds reversed, but that is the truth. Hide like a motherfucker so we can find you. Let us take care of the bad people. Because at the same time as the good guys are coming in, raiding the place, busting out doors. I'm in a hotel, so I don't want to make a really big commotion. But you get my point. When they are busting out doors and the whole 9 yards, we want to go there. We want to rescue you. We want to extract you, bring you to safety. But if you're out there getting in the middle of it, somebody might have a gun and kill you. While we out there trying to rescue your ass, the bad guys are gonna try to kill you, especially if it's more than one person. And two guys are in the firefight, or the bad guys. One guy is out there trying to find you to fucking kill you. Fucking hide. That's what you need to do. If the force, the FBI, the CIA, the police department come in and we are in the middle of the raid, fucking hide like a motherfucker. I promise you, we don't want to hurt you. We are there to do the right thing and rescue you. Let us bring everybody in the fucking building, in the fucking house. Let us bring them down. Put them on the ground. Once we see you and positive ID you, we're going to take you out. We're going to extract you. But we cannot do that if you're out there trying to be a commando. Just hide. If you got the probability that you can actually see that officer or that agent, then by all means. But don't get in the fucking way of the fight. Let the men fight. Let the good fight evil. Good will win. But in the middle of good winning against evil, we don't want to hurt you. And it's really important that we don't hurt you. The mission failed. Everything went to shit. And you're now dead. And that wouldn't be cool, man. The reason that we do this and we give our life to you is because we want to save you. We want to rescue you, whether it's a woman, a child, and so on. There's really bad people out there, and now is the prime time. It's the Christmas season, so we don't want to do any crazy shit, okay? And pay really good attention too to your children. Don't let them go on the next aisle, even if they want to surprise you and buy you a gift and so on. Always have an adult with them 24/7 and pay attention to your children, especially now. We notice that the news are going crazy, finding more and more and more kids. That's the reason why. You don't belong on those news. You understand? Now, understand that sex trafficking and human trafficking is a multi-trillion, capital T, a multi-trillion dollar company. That means, to put it in relative, human and sex trafficking makes more profit than Walmart. If I'm not mistaken, Walmart makes 40 million a day, cash money. That's their profit. And human trafficking makes Walmart look like a small business. You understand? So it's really important that you guys start opening your fucking eyes and start taking things seriously. I don't want nothing bad to happen to you. I'm gonna tell you some of the things right now that they actually do. And these are facts. These are facts. That means this is what fucking happens. You understand? This is not la again. This is not a conspiracy theory or all that shit. This is what happens. As somebody that is the commander in chief of the force. So, human trafficking. That means in every single state, kidnappings are happening. Human trafficking is happening. Sex trafficking is happening all across the U.S. In every single country, it's happening. In more countries, in some countries more than others. But the United States is no fucking angel. And that's coming from somebody that is running for president of the United States. The United States got a fucking big problem when it comes to human and sex trafficking. A really big problem. It's a cancer that we can actually get rid of, but it's gonna take everybody coming together. That's why I'm doing these classes, and that's why I'm coming straight out, directly straight out with you, and giving everything to you raw. Now, let's say, for example, I capture Ding Ding, because I'm not gonna use any of you guys' name. I just make a name, Ding Ding. So I capture Ding Ding, right? I'm a human and sex trafficking. So, number one, I'm gonna put Ding Ding in this room, and first thing first, I'm gonna record the physical kidnapping. And these are the pros, the people that make the money, honey. I'm gonna record the physical kidnapping because I can sell that later on in the. I'm gonna call it the black market, and I don't want nobody fucking around with this, so I'm gonna alter some of the things, okay? For your own safety. You don't belong there anyways. So therefore, I'm gonna live film the kidnapping, and the reason for that is that's money coming in already. People get turned on by seeing people get kidnapped in real life. It's a thing. It's a thing. Oh, and you don't like what I'm telling you? I really don't give a fuck. It's a thing. People pay good money. I'm not talking about $20 or whatnot. Nah, people pay thousands of dollars to see this go down. Fuckers. All right. The next step is we're gonna take naked pictures. We're gonna film the whole thing, taking your clothes off. We're gonna take pictures of you naked. Everything we can, because all that is money. Also, while we are raping you, we're gonna film that thing in two ways. One, regular film. The other one, there's a live feed for that, and people pay tens to hundreds of thousands of dollars to actually see somebody get raped. Male, female, child, the value goes skyrocket high. Why you think I do this? Freaking, so that's another thing that is gonna happen. They're gonna film. Think of it not related to Facebook, but think of it as a Facebook Live that we on right now. The only difference is that I'm broadcasting live, raping a man or raping a woman or raping a child. And people pay for that. People put in the comments, they make bids too. Oh man, you should do this. I'll pay this much if you do this to this child. Or I'll pay this much if you do this to this woman. Go ahead. Stick that butt up her ass. Hit her harder. and so on. This is real fucking life. You understand? No business out there is bigger than human and sex trafficking. Open your fucking eyes. So all that is going on, and that's what we call red rooms. I'm talking too much. When in these rooms, as people are taking pictures and so on, they go ahead and make a live broadcast, just like we're doing now, just in a different way. I'm not gonna say too much about that. Then what happens is they'll make it into a show. They'll show, boom, a guy with a mask come in, and first you'll see the woman, the child, the man, even the family that got kidnapped, and then kidnapped the whole 9 yards. The man with the mask come in. Of course, human nature. They're gonna see whoever got kidnapped is gonna see them. Oh my God, what's gonna happen? Don't forget, this is real fucking life. That's why. Everybody's gonna get tortured live. This just became their life right here, right now. They are trying to. They are messed fucking way, getting their hands chopped off live. You see a comment like related to say to Facebook, but just like Facebook, people put in the comments, "Hey, listen, I wanted to this happen to this person. I'll pay this much," and bets start going up like a fucking Vegas casino. Whoever pays the most get to determine what's gonna happen to that person and how they're gonna kill them live, right here, just like you and I, fucking live. That's what they do in those rooms. That's why all this shit is so fucking important that you start paying fucking attention. As are that is. It can happen to you or somebody that you know. The odds are you got more. The odds are you got more chances of this happening to you than you winning the fucking Powerball. That's a fucking fact. So pay attention. So another thing that happened is, so once you get raped, tortured, and the whole 9 yards, by then, by one Facebook Live, they probably made, wow, like, I don't know, 30 million. Once they make that 30 million one now, guess what? It's not over yet. It's not. Welcome to the black market. Like I said before, it's a trillion industry. So I gotta start saying somebody's gonna, the FBI is gonna start busting that door. But the fact of the matter is that when it comes to the black market, everything is money. Everything is money. Not only drugs and guns. That's for little babies. I'm talking about the really make money shit. So then from there, they're organs, and a black market doctor, will go ahead and make the transplants. Real surgeons, no lie. No bullshit. I don't need to lie to you. If you don't believe me, I don't give a fuck. Hopefully I never have to rescue you. Because then I will personally slap you in the face. And I told you I wasn't lying, didn't I? Fucking retard. Let's go. It's time to go home. So the fact of the matter is, number one, all the organs in your body are going to get sold to somebody else. They got lists. And the thing is that that's a lot faster than being on the waiting list. When it comes to, let's say, liver transplant, I pay somebody right now $3,000. I get a liver transplant in the black market. But in the regular world, and even in the United States, how much do you gotta wait for a liver transplant? Years. Probably you can even go into dialysis, or you can die. So that's why people tend to go more to the black market, because the money's there. The results are there. Sorry, so sad to say, but like I said, I'm not here to fucking lie to you. You understand? I'm gonna give you everything straight out, whether you like it or not. You understand? That's the way it goes. You understand? So they're gonna, number one, all the organs, and people are gonna be filming this, taking picture of it. All this is for sale. While your dead cops is there, people are gonna be fucking it, because that's a thing too. You can even go on Google right now and see what it's called. People fucking dead people. That's the thing. That's the thing. A money making thing. Sick. So your organs gonna be taken out, and that's gonna be money. Your human meat, that's another thing. Guess what? Nothing. Your body doesn't go to waste. Nothing goes to waste. So therefore, your human meat, your meat, somebody want to freaking fry that shit up, and that is another thing that people do. Guess what? I know your body, I rape you, I torture you, so on, I kill you. All that is just money coming in faster than a fucking casino and selling you fucking meat. People are buying that shit too on the market. When it comes to your blood, somebody want to drink that too, or use it for rituals and so on. So therefore, they're gonna sell they're gonna sell the blood and so on. Some people will sell you feet and the whole 9 yards, brains, eyes, your skull. People like humans, real human skulls, and that's what happens. That's how the human sex trafficking business is a multi-trillion. I know that a lot of people don't like what I'm saying, but welcome to the fucking truth. Um, so that's how the human sex trafficking is makes so much fucking money. It's a multi-trillion-dollar business. That's the reason why. And also another thing is that the and also another thing is on the midst of all this, they can also drug you and so on to have other people rape you, especially when it comes to children. So therefore, they're gonna use all that money too, because people like freaking sex sales. I'm gonna tell you right now. Look at Vegas, sex sales. So therefore, guess what? Money in the money, honey. Bring it in. So that's the problem when it comes to these type of things. Is that I need my American people. I need everybody to start coming together and actually working together and opening their fucking eyes, because this is the real stuff. Sex trafficking, human trafficking, selling your body parts, getting kidnapped, the whole 9 yards. There's a lot of money there. And people will pay anything for it. It's also a fact that actually getting a child, adopting a child, is for adoption. Like, I want to have legally, I want to adopt a baby. You know that's a long process. You know that chances are you're gonna be able to make it happen. Might not. But if I send a gang or I pay a lawyer in Florida, by the way, to go and bring me a child, um, paperwork, guess what? I own that child. That child is mine. And it only cost me $200,000. Right now, how much does it cost to be in the system to adopt a child? And how long does it take? With this system, a week. Think. So great ones. I'm gonna go ahead and turn the floor. I would like you guys to actually ask questions if you guys want. I'll be here for another couple of minutes and so on. And if you really found this information actually valuable to you, by all means, share it out, share it out, share it out. Because it's really important that we put a stop to this, wake more people up, and so on. And I'm a conspiracy theorist. I'll give you the facts, whether you like them or not. That's what I do. And a lot of it comes by experience. So therefore, when I say something, you might want to fucking listen. Because I really don't care about your emotions. I'm giving you the facts. There's a big difference between the two. So, by all means, if you found the information valuable, share it with your friends. If anybody out there is being a victim right now when it comes to getting tamed, they are either kidnapped or they accepted their situation as a reality. Understand that you are an amazing woman, you are a beautiful woman, you are a strong woman, and that doesn't need to be the way that you are now, doesn't need to be for the rest of your life. Get out of that situation. If it's an abusive relationship, get out of that relationship. You deserve a lot more. You are worth a lot more. Get out of there and use that valuable story. Don't let him, don't try to play the victim. Use that beautiful, valuable story to encourage others and get lift other people up. The fact of the matter is, by the time this video stop getting in rotation, somebody's life is gonna be saved. Just by somebody life is gonna be saved. So it's really important that we continue and we help each other out. That's what's important. So another thing is, if you guys got any questions, by all means, put them down below. Put them in the comment section. I want to see what you guys think. I want to know if there's anything I might have missed or something that you might be a little bit more interested about. By all means, put them down below. Then after this, I get to actually do the same thing on Instagram. My Instagram handle is Great Ones for President Diaz. That's the one that I use regularly. And I'll put the handle down below if you guys want to follow me on Instagram too. You guys are my fellow great ones. You guys are my family. So by all means, cool. So I'll do a shout out. If I don't see any questions, then I'll get going and start getting ready. I'm really doing everything that I can to make it home by Christmas. And even that right now, it doesn't seem just right. So freaking I do got a lot of work to do. Another thing is, we are trying to find baby Vanessa. We would love to make that a Christmas gift by rescuing her and bringing her to her beautiful, amazing family. So if you guys are watching this and you know where baby Vanessa is, by all means, do the right thing. The FBI, the police department, has a no question asked policy. You give us the information and there you go. It's plain and simple. You can even return the beautiful angel to the police department and they're not even going to ask you any questions. They're going to take the baby, take her to the doctor, make sure everything is fine, and go away. No questions asked policy. If you're not comfortable doing that, then take me. Take the force. We'll go to directly pick up the child. We'll be the middleman. We just want to have the baby safe. Make sure she is also not sick, all the good stuff, and return her to the family. That's simple. In fact, if you were to do the right thing, they even give you $10,000 cash. So, by all means, do the right thing. If you know where baby Vanessa is, please return her. You're not gonna be able to hold back forever. And the people that get affected the most, and I learned doing this a lot, is physically the child. They get mentally hurt and physically hurt. Even if you're not doing nothing bad to the child. I'm not saying that you are. I am not saying that you're doing anything bad with the child. Not one bit. I really, chances are that you're actually doing a pretty good job as of now, keeping the baby safe. But it needs to come back to the family. And no questions asked policy. Nobody's going to hurt you. Nobody's going to arrest you. Nobody's going to do anything. We're just going to return the child to the family. So if you can help us with that, that will be highly appreciated. And I'm not a cop. So if you're the type of person that don't trust the police department or the FBI or all the crazy people, I'm not a police officer. So even use the task force to do that rescue. Brian Mills, nice to see you. My beautiful wife, Kristen Diaz, just drawn. All my fellow great ones, Mia, Glenn, Don Roof, Rupert Mercado, my Marine Corps brother, Brothers for Life, Jerry Akoff, Carmela, all my fellow great ones, Balthazar, Shannon, Abigail, I just screwed your name, man. Not cool, man. Timothy, Sandy, Harriet, Mike, and Mike, the Mike brothers. Mike Doe, I'm Mike Doe. Dun, 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 dun. Michelle, it was Michelle. You fucked up. Danny, nice to see you. Angela, Brian. I love that eagle with the American flag, baby. I love you too, my brother. Heather, Tammy Roof, much love. And my beautiful wife, Kristen Diaz. Cool. So I don't see any questions and so on. So I'm going to go ahead and grab something quick to eat and the whole 9 jars. By all means, if you still got any questions or anything whatsoever and you're watching the replay, by all means, put them down below. I answer all the questions 100% truthfully, and I personally answer each and every single comment. Because the way that I see it, if you took the time to write something up, I should take the time to actually reply to you. So I have no robots. I do not use my staff to talk under me when it comes to my profile. Nothing gets in the way between me and my fellow great ones. So if you got any comments, any concerns, anything whatsoever, by all means, put them down below and we will get right to it. For everybody that is my brother Vincent, welcome, my brother. My fellow great one. But for everybody that is coming in, by all means, this is a really important Facebook Live. In this Facebook Live, I actually spilled a lot of the beans and actually gave you a lot of resources and a lot of things that you can actually use to be able to get saved from a kidnapping and actually escape in a kidnapping, and what to do during that bad, horrible situation. Now, I'm gonna do the next live that you guys gonna see is what's even more important than the rescue, more important on what to do on a kidnapping, and that will be preventing getting kidnapped. And there's a lot of things that you can actually do to prevent getting kidnapped. A lot of it might seem stupid to you, like, it's common sense, man. But the thing is, common sense is not so common if you don't apply it. So therefore, the next Facebook Live that I will do is going to be on actually preventing those type of situations, because your life truly matters. That being said, may God bless you. May God bless your families. And may God bless the United States of America. You guys are definitely worth it. And me rescuing you and doing everything to rescue you and your families and keep you guys safe is truly what a true American is all about. Good night, and you already know I approve that message. May God bless you all.